BPX TV Réseau, disponible partout. Sur les ondes, le canal 18.6 et sur vos réseaux préférés. BPX TV Réseau, l'espoir de la culture haïtienne pour tout le monde.
Salut chers téléspectateurs, c'est le plaisir pour moi d'être avec vous depuis Island Space Caribbean Museum à Broward. Broward Mall. Le petit club, personnellement, invité BPX TV Réseau, qui est l'espoir de la culture haïtienne. Vous connaissez des amis qui voient que des vues comme vous mettez avec Jimmy Moïse, et nous avons beaucoup parler concernant de 70 ans qu'on peut dire que ça a commencé, pour commencer ensemble avec nous ici dans la cour des États-Unis, mais dans la cour Miami, Floride. Nous connaissons un peu des amis qui ont aimé participer avec nous dans le jeu d'activité et à part de Jimmy Moïse, nous connaissons Alix Simertou, par un tabou combo 26 juillet prochain dans la cour et Casa Chopette avec même la même activité. Nous connaissons déjà c'est qui est-ce que lié. C'est tabou combo avec plusieurs amis, familles par honorer de Jean-Baptiste pour 70 ans de compagnie. Nous connaissons des amis tout le temps là ensemble avec moi. Il y a plein de monde qui regarde en dedans et pour entrer dedans, pour regarder comme activité. Il y a un panel de compagnie direct qui va le faire dedans. Côté va gagner mon chéri de Bayer, côté va gagner encore Smith et Jean-Baptiste et il y a Carole de Mesmer sur le même panel qui va parler de compagnie mais uniquement le grand pile étranger qui vient là. Monsieur Odam nous dit que et vous avez que c'est une spécialisation caribéenne, c'est jamaïcain, toute notre nation, trinidadien, qui fréquente le plus souvent, mais il y aurait une culture haïtienne, il y aurait avec nous dans un pile d'activités culturelles qu'on fait. C'est pour ça ici, nous connaissons le mois de héritage et qui là, moi de pile d'autres amis qui veulent participer tout, qui veulent faire une activité quand même. Et nous connaissons, moi-même personnellement, depuis une activité, il faut me présenter ensemble avec nous. BPX TV Réseau, c'est l'espoir de la culture haïtienne pour tout le monde. Nous allons gagner tout le monde ensemble avec nous. Restez branchés, pas déconnectés. Enjoy.
The Institute of Technology and Health can help you pursue a career with unlimited possibilities. Achieve your goals and learn the latest skills to help you become the best caregiver in the nation. With our hands-on learning programs and qualified instructors, we educate the next generation of nurses to become leaders in their field. We offer online and classroom training with the latest technologies. Home health aid, HHA in 3 weeks. Certified nursing assistant, CNA, in as little as 6 weeks. Earn an associate degree in RN, registered nurse, in 18 months. Licensed practical nurse, LPN, in 11 months. Our goal is to prepare you to pass the NCLEX exam in your first try. The Institute of Technology and Health is approved by the Florida Board of Nursing and is licensed by the Florida Department of Education. Secure a future in nursing now and call Dade Institute of Technology and Health at 305-671-3666 or visit us online at dadeinstituteoftechnology.com.
une nouvelle vision pour développement Dame-Marie dans Grandance. Samedi 29 mars 2025, 9h pile jusqu'à 3h du matin avec le groupe System Ben. Nous allons faire un fundraising pour nous sauver Dame-Marie qui a un gros problème. L'homme a sorti pour le prendre ville là. Nous avons besoin de camions, matériaux pour nous parer l'homme. Nous avons demandé support à tout le monde, spécialement mon Grandance et à toute l'autre zone environnante. Au programme, System Ben, Didier, le bon vieux temps, maître de cérémonie, Sony, Belfort. Rendez-vous à classé pour samedi 29 mars, 9h pile jusqu'à 3h du matin. Twin Kings, Lounge, 7099, Les Coiffes Road, Les Coiffes, Florida. 33 467, admission $100. Free food au cours de la soirée. Pour information et réservation, 305 399 37 73 786 443 67 73. Moun Grandance, spécialement Moun Dame-Marie, yon en difficulté. Venez de sauver villa pour l'emmea par envahir. Eh bien, BPX TV Réseau up live au cours de la soirée. Venez enjoy!
For being here, BPX TV, RESEAU. I'm fortunate to be here, surrounded by royal people. I enjoy singing for you guys. Let me give you a little sample. Time to say goodbye. I love you. Thank you.
That you complete it. I will be out there at the end, so when the event is finished, you can give me back the survey, and so that you can help us get these funds again next year. Okay, again, enjoy. My name is Julian Lee, and I will see you before the end of the night.
And without further ado, I'm going to ask Mr. Philippe Montas to come up as our moderator for the evening.
Thank you very much, Mandy, for a great introduction and for really highlighting the evening. It's a fantastic evening, great audience, and I'm glad to see everybody. It's fantastic. So today we're going to have a panel discussion. Before we start, once more, I want to thank the Island Space Caribbean Museum for being the host of the event. And I believe the museum serves a very important function in our community. It's a place where we can display our culture, our history, and find ourselves, learn who we are. I'm Philippe Montas, and I will be the panel moderator for a short panel. Now, we don't want to bore you with a lot of talk and discussion, so please bear with us. It's something new when we're presenting an entertainment. Before we do it, we talk a little bit about something that's mentally challenging at times. So we hope not to bore you. Once again, I'm Philippe Montas. I'm a scholar and a musician. I'm a retired professor from the Université Quisqueya in Haiti and Faculté de Linguistique Appliquée in Haiti. Unfortunately, I cannot teach there anymore because Port-au-Prince is not a place that welcomes teaching at the present. I'm also a musician. I led my own band called Aliens in Haiti. And it was aliens not because outer space, but aliens because we all had aliens coming at the time we formed the band. So I'm also a musician. So without further ado, let me introduce our three panelists. First, we have Mr. Smith Jean-Baptiste, and I would like for Mr. Smith to come up, please. Smitty. Round of applause, please. Mr. Smith Jean-Baptiste. And we have two more panelists. We have Ms. Carol Demisme and Mr. Mushi with Maya. Please, Mr. Give them a round of applause, please. Fantastic. And I will be seated kind of next to them so we can make this a kind of an informal talk. So, without further ado, we have Mr. Smith Jean-Baptiste first. Smith is a compas musician. He plays compas, our Haitian music style. Smith is a drummer who played with the original Schlur formation. Schlur was a band that started in the 60s when we started with the mini jazz movement. Prior to that, it was always big bands, RESEAU. So we call those big bands. They had a lot of musicians. So Schlur started what they call the mini jazz, small bands, a lot of guitar, one sax, and a lot of lyrics. And Smitty was a drummer, the original band in the early 60s.
Yes, I was a drummer. Well, good evening everyone. I said I have friends. Some people, which is we not friends, but we used to see each other at the dances, the ballrooms, back in Haiti, back in New York, now Florida. It's a long time.
And Smitty still performs these days. He's the author of a book called My Musical Journey in Les Chouchous. And he talks about his musical experiences and his expertise. So tonight he's going to speak about the evolution of compas. Next we will have Ms. Carol Smith. Carol is a singer of traditional Haitian music, sacred music of the Voodoo religion, of which she's a fervent practitioner. A religion that is part of our culture, part of what we call the terroir. And Carol is a well-known singer. She is very active in community cultural manifestation. She participates in a lot of activities in the Haitian community. She will highlight the Haitian RESEAU movement, what we call RESEAU music, which is often referred as roots music, where we have traditional Haitian beats with lyrics from the Haitian terroir. So Carol can talk a lot about it. She has done a lot about it.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you for being here with us to learn a little bit about the Haitian culture and the Haitian music. We are a community. When you say Voodoo, we are not just the word of the region, but a community where we put ourselves together as a family. We do things together as we call combit in the Haitian word. A combit is where we think for each other. This is why we call ourselves a community, but not a religion. So we keep teaching to the world that we are not a religion, but we are a group of Africans that came with different culture, different way of living, and somehow we got ourselves together in this land. And we became free. And we were the first in the world that did that. And we are still proud when we say we are Haitian, it's part of it. When you say Voodoo music is like a library of Africa. Because we came from different part of Africa, which brings different drums, different rhythms of drums in Haiti. And the compas itself came from one of those rhythms called Congo. And the beat of Congo goes bim, bidi, bidi, pa, pa. If the compas goes almost the same. So any Congo music, you could play the compas right on it. Because that's where the Mozambiques got the idea of a merengue mixed with the Congo rhythm with one beat left. And this is what we have the compas.
Fantastic, fantastic. Great talk, Carol. And we must not forget that Wakaima was at the roots of our culture. The roots of our independence, it started in Wakaima. So it's part of the Voodoo community, as Carol says. And last but not least, of course, we have Mr. Mushi Widmaya. Mushi Widmaya is a pianist, a well-known piano player, a jazz musician, and he was a member of the internationally famous Haitian band Zéclair. Zéclair was like a burst on the scene. In the 80s, I think, mid-80s?
82.
82, early 80s, he always talk mid-80s. Zéclair was like a burst of, a mix of a little bit of rock and roll, some jazz, and a Haitian beat. And these guys, they just brought modern jazz to Port-au-Prince, and then they brought it to New York City and the world. So Mushi is one of the founding members of this famous band, Zeclair, which exploded in the 80s. Mushi is an expert in terms of development of jazz in Haiti, specifically with his association with Radio Métropole, which is one of the stations which pioneered jazz in Haiti as a whole. And I believe Radio Métropole was one of the first stations to have a jazz broadcast in Haiti, right, Mushi?
Not the first,
Yes.
because the first was my grandfather, Radio Haiti. And then my father made Radio Métropole in 1970. So that's, I could say that this is like a continuation of Radio Haiti. To the contrary of people thinking that Radio Haiti is the Whitmer, no. This doesn't have anything to do with it. It just, I can say the word, stole the name. Yes, and that's it.
So Early with Mael was one of the original jazz hosts of a jazz program.
My father was the first jazz program. He was doing that in Radio 80 when he was young, when he was 16, 17, and then he continued doing it from in the program at Metropole called from 10 to 11. He was playing jazz music, and now we became the jazz musicians that were following that movement. As a matter of fact, right now, Joel and his wife and a bunch of other musicians, they have a festival, a jazz festival in Port-au-Prince every year in January, and very successful, very well done. It stays like a week of festival.
Actually, that was the last part of what I was going to say, but Mushi took the words away from me. It's a fantastic festival with Milena Center, I believe.
Yes, Milena and Joel.
Yes, Joel with Mael.
Good afternoon, Realty, how may I help you?
Leur besoin vendre yon kay, c'est pas courir les n'importe agent real estate pour vendre kay ou dans condition as is. Qui donc so ouais assez ça. Non, de préférence réparer kay ou avant vendre ni ou faire plus comme. Si vous besoin prêter 10 000, 15 000, 20 000 dollars pour faire réparation, relais Léo Realty dans 786 306 03 90. Léopold Evaris a prêté comme pour réparer kay là et vendre ni pour vous. La charge seulement 2%. Relais 786 306 03 90.
Où sont les fans de Tropicana,
Tout Tropique et Explosion 1580 AM présente le samedi 29 mars à Ramada Plaza 59201 Collins Avenue Sunny Isles Beach l'orchestre Tropicana d'Haïti. Admission générale, $60 à l'avance. Yon orchestre qui a plus que 60 années d'existence. Et ce qu'on fait qu'on parle pas jamais chiffonné, c'est comme du bon vin, puis rouillé, puis coupé. L'entendre de chanter Tropique dans tout corps là, c'est parce que Tropique douce, les sucrés, ou même consommer le 24/24 ou pas faire sucre. Yon joué yon compas l'huile, consommer le sans arrêter ou pas faire cholestérol. Et c'est un orchestre qui chaud, qui boule, ou mettre bien là-dedans, le chien fermé ou pas jamais bouler. Qui donc, 29 mars dans Ramada, n'a habillé bien banda, pour n'a bien yaya dans Tropicana. Si qui avance sur Eventbrite, douttropique.eventbrite.com. Patronné par magistrat Daniel Aloville Cava, magistrat Alix Desulme, Chairman Oliver Gilbert, commissionnaire Marlène Bastien, Kiona Demen, councilman Pierre Franchard, councilwoman Cassandra Timothée, Paradise Funeral Home, Jérusalem Electrical, Noel Records, Citadel Kassav, Kassav Pam. Infoline 954 478 1266 305 303 88 85.
Moi, c'est Emeline Michel. Toujours garder BPX TV Radio.
But right now, we are going to continue with our program questions. Basically, we're going to have 3 questions. 1 question for each of the panelists. And don't worry, you will get some live music in a little while. So bear with us, as they say. So the discussion will be short. and it's going to be informative and entertaining, even though there's no music. There's a little drum, because Kawal just played a little drum, but basically it's going to be information, and then you'll have a chance to enjoy strings, okay? So the first thing I would ask for the public is to please silence your phones, because we would like to have everybody, pretty much we would like to have everybody listen to what we're saying. And that's what I'm doing myself. Thank you. So silence your phone, and I know everybody may want to applaud at times because we have some great panelists, but please allow the answers to finish, allow the panelists to finish what they were saying, and then you can applaud, or you can disagree, that's no problem. We're all among friends. Now, we're going to have a short question period at the end, so if there's something that you want to add from what they said, we'll give you a chance to say it, okay? So we have 15 minutes, 5 minutes for each panelist to answer a specific question. Then we'll have a last question for 5 minutes, and then we'll give you, the audience, a chance to speak very short. Very sorry. And then we'll be finished, okay? So without further ado, we're going to start with Mr. Smith Jean-Baptiste. Since we introduced him first, we'll start with him first. So, Smitty, in light of the development of COMPAS Direct, from the beginning to today, how do you see the future of this musical genre? Please.
What I should say. COMPAS Direct started when I was a little boy. I used to listen on the radio, like Mushi just said, his grandfather's radio 80, and diverse radio in Haiti I used to hear. But when you're young, you catching things very fast and easy. At that time, the mood would just come up with like COMPAS Direct, like Mrs. just said. All those rhythms came from Africa. It's a matter of territory where you are. Don't forget we in the Caribbean. We have the Indian was there before that blend rhythm from Africa plus those what you call them again? Autochthon. And then when the music started, it was like a boom, my big brother said, whoa, and I used to listen to them. This is a song, Jean-Baptiste, but when you're young, you catch things who close to you, to your age. But I was like 5, 6 years old by the time when it came out. And then further down, we start playing music. We start playing yeye, which is French and Indian music. And then I could give you an example. You see the 2 guitars came from the yeye. That's why when we start church with 2 guitars, it was accordion was the main instrument, and harmonically it was the accordion, and then we played 2 guitars. So your question, sorry that I take a little bit to explain myself, but your question about where's the COMPAS going today? Well, now with the technology, the world knows what's the COMPAS. The COMPAS is not like the rhythm anymore, it's the genre. Because everybody's playing, especially in Haiti, anything they're doing, they say it's COMPAS. Definitely it's not. You heard a different rhythm. But hey, they call it COMPAS, so we accept it. Because the world is accepted now, because the music is moving toward the world now with the new technology.
Fantastic. Good answer. I hope everybody enjoyed the answer. It was fantastic, very informative. So our next question is for Kawal. So Kawal, how do you see the involvement of the younger generation in the traditional music of voodoo in Haiti and as a woman. And do you think women can really fit in this hard industry that's dominated by a lot of male figures? Because when we think about Racine, voodoo music, we think about Azor, Racine Kanga, Wawa. They're all guys.
In voodoo, we were the only belief where woman is included. Contrary to the Christianity and others that came in Haiti, women plays a very important role in voodoo. There is no pedestal, what we call the temples. There is no pedestal without a woman as a manager of the pedestal. There is no pedestal without the RESEAU. The RESEAU is all the community that makes the reform what it is. If we talked about what you call democracy, we came from Africa with that democracy and voodoo. Unfortunately, the education that we receive, which is a Christian education, doesn't teach us the values of voodoo, of the tradition, the quality of everything in voodoo that could make us the people that Jean-Jacques Dessalines has dreamed as a nation. We lost that nation from being educated by the French. And having a French culture, we believe we are French. We act as French. We want to be another culture that we cannot be, cannot change who we are. And to be a good, how should I say, a good Haitian, you need to teach that Haitian since he was 3 years old what his country is all about, what his culture is all about, what he is as a citizen of Haiti. And that's where we could have a better nation. And to have another Haiti, we need to start now to educate the Haitian people to make sure that freedom was not just for a group, but for the whole nation. That was the dream of our founders, to create a nation of freedom, a nation where the free comes and enjoy it, where every mother is a mother for another kid. In Haiti, I was brought up in Leogane. That means I'm not from Port-au-Prince. I'm a daughter of 2 peasants. But as a peasant myself, my birth certificate says it. Do you know that the other kids from my mom and dad that was born in Port-au-Prince, they don't pay for their birth certificate. But for mine, I paid. It was $10, 50 gold at the time. So it's to show you that we were divided, where a group of people doesn't receive anything and they have to struggle to make it happen. And those are our grandparents. Those are our grandmothers and grandfathers as Haitian. And the education that we have put us far away from them, even though they pay to send us to the city to be educated, but we are not proud of them. We are ashamed. They don't speak French. They don't look good. They have big nose. They don't look nice. Someone decided to tell you when you are beautiful. And that's what we miss. And Haiti as a nation, everybody means something. And we all have values in Haiti. And that's what we need to start doing. Giving the values to your brothers and sisters. because we are one nation called Haitian.
I think that to continue what you were saying, the whole problem in every mind of Haitian is that they have to stop that colonialism that they have in their mind. They make you believe that Jesus was white, which is not true. They make you believe so many things, like the white is superior to blacks and everything. I think this is something that has to stop in the realm of each and every Haitian. Otherwise, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere.
Very good follow-up, very good follow-up. Now, of course, and I think I will hit many good things there. Although I wish you'd mentioned how we could guide the youth toward those particular goals. But I think what you mentioned was very excellent.
Yeah, that's the education
youth
for the young people to go further as Vaudouisants, how we call them. They call them Vaudou V also. That's those are the practitioners. That's not in a grade to have a temple or do things as a spiritual person, but that is on the road to go there. So those are the Vaudou V. And the Vaudouisant is the one practicing, which if you want to transpose it from Membo, a Membo is a queen. A Membo is someone that takes responsibility for her community. So the Membo, as a queen, is a community leader. The Hungan also plays the same role. And next to the Hungan, there is a Membo that is the leader next to the Hungan to make sure that the young people and the temple follows the tradition. So for us today, which the internet, TikTok, those are the technology that we didn't have years ago. Unfortunately, it's around us and we're not using it well. We could use it to educate. We could use it to present ourselves better. In my world, it's a fight. I'm fighting with a lot of Haitians regarding that. And I think if we have a government, what we call l'État haïtien, that should also interfere, because when you said something negative about Haitian, it's about all of us. It's not just me. You see, when I'm coming at the airport, they said those are the Vaudou people coming. Don't think it's just me, it's just all of you. I need to present you well. So wherever I am in the world, when I'm presenting myself as a priestess, as a member, as a queen, I present myself as a Haitian. This is a Haitian queen. I remember, to give you a story, last year I was in Benin, and all the king, queens are there, and when we entered, we are the only person, we only people in Benin that has a flag. And everywhere we go, the flag is there. If you look at Tabukombo, you're going to see a flag. That was me and my group. And when the president went through, and we followed the president, everybody said, how did they do that? And I said, because we are Haitian. How did we follow the president? Because we are Haitian. And everybody was like, who are you? I said, Queen from Haiti. And I had a king that was next to me, that is himself from the Caribbean. And I said, next to a king from the Caribbean. So we are complete. So to tell you the truth, when you are Haitian, be proud. Don't walk like this. Walk like myself. Head up.
Yes, thank you very much, Colin. So now, our last question is for Mushi, because I know now you're getting a bit antsy, you want to hear some bing, 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 and ding, ding, ding. I'm sorry. So, my last question is for Mushi. So, my brother, where do you see jazz music in terms of Haitian musical tradition? And how do you think it took roots in Haiti? And give us an idea what year maybe, you know?
Well, let me tell you something. First of all, where does jazz come from? It comes from New Orleans. Actually, I have at least 3 Haitian musicians in the jazz, jazz musician, that are making research of, because they think that jazz started in New Orleans with a Haitian pianist. So I cannot say anything now because we haven't finished the research. So that's one. Now, second thing is, if it comes from New Orleans was a French territory that the American bought. So actually, this is the only place in America that has that influence of combination between the French and whatever there is, you know. So it still has a strong French culture. Well, what are we in Haiti? French culture plus African culture, same in New Orleans. So I think that we do not have to ask ourselves that we borrow jazz from New Orleans. No, we are jazz as New Orleans is jazz, because we are coming from a colonial country. So that's for me, that's what it is. And jazz is all around the world. Jazz is the passport for musicians to play all over the world. And it is true that you need a little more knowledge. You need to go to school, or you need to work your art in order to play jazz. But it's unfortunately the only thing that is doing something for our fellow Haitians are the jazz festival with the foundation, Jazz Foundation, which is called the Pape Jazz Foundation, which is Pape for Port-au-Prince Jazz Foundation, where it is mandatory for all foreign musicians coming to Haiti to play in the Jazz Fest to do courses free to the young, in order for them to be in contact with the people that are in the business, that are playing music, and at least they know, at least they have a contact with what's going on. Because it's not by playing a little classical music like Chopin that you're gonna think you're gonna play jazz. No way, baby, you're not there. And because jazz asks you a lot of things like knowing music, knowing harmony, knowing your instrument. I mean, you have to master your craft. And too bad we don't have any schools in Haiti, we don't have any conservatories, we don't have any, even not an academy of music. And, you know, and I would say that the majority of musicians, Haitian music, especially in the HMI, or what they call the Haitian music industry, I take my hat very down for you, because you didn't have no school. It was the guy at the corner, the guy Soukatier, you know, that knows how to play guitar, that teach the other one how to play bass, and the conga player teach the other one how to play drums and everything, and that's how bands are formed, you know, and that's it. So really good. No school, but music still plays.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Michel. That's great. Fantastic. And a last question for all the panelists. You'll answer it one after the other. And it's going to be 5 to 6 minutes. Each one of you can take 2 minutes, please. Not too long.
There's one thing I want to say before you ask your question.
Yes, sir.
One of the big tambour assortor is gone. His name is Franck Etienne. I want we observe 1 minute of silence for Frank, please.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, everybody.
For the people that do not know who Frank was,
Wangalo wale kiloa vini we manko wale Wangalo wale kiloa vini we manko wale kiloa vini we manko pays a changé qu'il a fini ouais manco pays a changé qu'il a fini ouais manco wale wangalo wale qu'il a fini ouais manco wale wangalo wale il a fini ouais mango wale il a fini ouais mango pays a changé il a fini ouais mango pays a changé il a fini ouais mango wale il a fini ouais mango pays a changé il a fini ouais manco pays a changé il a fini ouais manco wale 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 wale
BPX TV Réseau, l'espoir de la culture haïtienne pour tout le monde.
you should see, me personally, I saw in Martinique, Frank going down the plane, I was behind. And I saw red carpet, and on the right and on the left, Jean Barnabé, Raphaël Confiant, all the guys that are riding for the Creolité in Martinique, saluting Frank. So please, you Haitian, nous avons mauvaises habitudes, nous ne pouvons pas occuper la caille, non. So salute this guy because he put the Creole very far, very, very, very far. Yes.
We'll give you a chance for 1 minute. Give you a chance for questions. 1 minute. We have one last question, and then after that you can ask a question. Please.
I'm watching all over the world. BPX TV RESEAU.
Bon.
Avec aussi des droits, et puis nous mettons pour parler créole. C'est tout ça. Je ne pense pas que je vais dire.
Very good. Non, c'est que très bon et sont très bonnes observations. Mais seul bagaille, nous avons un monde qui a invité nous, c'est caribéen, c'est anglais seulement qui parle. Son musée Caraïbe. Donc, ils ont invité nous pour nous présenter un bagaille à la Caraïbe. Donc, il faut parler dans une langue que tout le monde comprenne. Et aux États-Unis, la langue que tout le monde comprenne, c'est l'anglais, malheureusement. Donc, excusez-nous si il y a des gens qui ne parlent pas l'anglais ici, parce que ce n'est pas faute, non. Et si vous avez une chance, si vous avez vrai, vous allez parler avec eux après présentation et m'expliquer tout ça qui est passé. Mais pour le moment, nous avons une série de monde qui invité nous, aux États-Unis, donc nous sommes obligés de suivre ça au côté. Nous allons nous parler en langue que tout le monde peut comprendre. Ok?
Very well,
Donc,
very
on va
well.
continuer. Donc, on va continuer. Last question for all panelists. And what would you like to see the evolution of Haitian music in the next 10 years? And look at the huge success of the now world trending song Cat Campé by Joe Wetfilet. This song has hit the social networks. This song is international. This song is all over. Well, it's Cat Campé by Joe Wetfilet. So let's allow our panelists to answer, and then maybe I'll ask you a question. Smitty first.
Well, je madame Nam sorti là, font un commencement en créole, plus ou moins, que quatre campés, son bail phénoménal. Moi, je suis musicien, c'est musicien qui est un docteur musicien là. Pas qu'à dire pas mal de critères, mais musique pas spécialement très simple, c'est le monde qui déplacé collaboration avec les musiques simples d'aujourd'hui. Madame, vous comprendre. Well, the way the music going now, I don't know if you're talking specifically COMPAS or Asian music in general. You're talking about
all Haitian music.
All Haitian music. With the technology now, it's moving. But we still need sportsmanship, people who really get deep in that kind of music. Because how music stay in the Haitian community, especially in New York, Florida, Canada, and US cities. Okay, this guy, he brought that music to France. We've been going to France since the last 40 years, but this is the first time that music reached Europe because of the French-African.
It's not the first time. The first time was Tapo Combo avec New York City.
No, what I'm saying, reaching.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was reaching because you had a producer called Barclay that heard the song and said, I want this to be something new in the air. And then produce it, and that's it. Sell à des éditions de la musique 4 campés, et puis bon, c'est pas 4 campés, non, de New York City, et puis voilà.
It's really doing it.
How
about you, Kawa? What do you think?
Yeah, I think, you know, we have what I call a season. There is a time that change, and music goes with the time. What Cat Campé did, it's not Haitian, I won't say that. It's Haitian. It's Haitian in another time. That's another type of expression of young people in music and the mood for the young, because young people like sex. That's a part of it. So that's me. This music came with all the sex. You know, it comes with all the sex part, all the move. Even myself, I look at it, I said, shit, I don't know how to do this thing yet. I'm learning from young people today. That's mean this move of the young generation, even that he move Europe, not just Europe. It's like what when we're talking.
He's talking the language of the young.
Exactly. So that's what the young people. That's their language.
And you know, for everybody that thinks that this music is not Haitian, I would like to ask them the question: what do you define as being Haitian? What do you define as being compas? What do you define as being whatever music coming from Haiti? My theory, because I made a conference that is at the Smithsonian Institute and at the New York Public Library about that. Music, Haitian music, and authenticity. Please, when you think about it, whatever the music, I finish my conference like that. La musique, quelle que soit la musique qui sort de l'âme haïtienne, c'est une musique haïtienne et c'est ce qui comprend l'opéra de notre histoire. C'est ça l'opéra de notre histoire. Que Cap Campé a joué, si moi-même en tant que technocrate musicien, je prends un beat là, compas pur. Que mon va venir dire l'autre bagaille, compas. Et qu'on y a, si on commence à dire ça, on commence à dire, ah, attention, compas c'est Perico Piao, il était dans Cibao, dans la Dominican Republic. Nous garantissons, parce que en général, lorsque ils prennent un rythme, en général, ils ont intérêt pour apprendre, ils ont tout ralenti. C'est même pas la criée dans le reggae. C'est foxtrot américain. Nous allons réfléchir ça. Je vais ralentir pour allez. Et pas reggae? C'est foxtrot l'été avant. Bien vite. Donc, tout le bagaille, mes amis, nous sommes à l'âge de la globalisation, à l'âge de toute bagaille, de la communication. Au monde qui a une musique, qui a une influence arabe, qui a une influence quelle que soit liée, si son haïtien fait, c'est musique haïtienne. C'est comme ça pour elle. That's it. C'est même genre avec peinture haïtienne. Pas dire-moi ça que une peinture spécifique à la peinture haïtienne. Jamais. Il y a une peinture moderne haïtienne, petite, primitive, et toute qualité. Donc,
d'accord avec vous, c'est ça que fait qu'on est son compagnon, il n'est pas comparé, mais quand on
it's not justement. Mais l'homme, on a réfléchi pourquoi à chaque instant questionner son origine, son identité. You are just what you are, a mixture. Because you're not too African neither. Vous ne faites pas partie non plus de la négritude, tout court. Non plus. Non plus. Voilà pourquoi, moi, je m'a dit, je préférais Raphaël Confiant avec Jean Barnabé qui quittait la négritude d'Aimé Césaire avec Léopold Sédar Senghor et nègres eux-mêmes, ils viennent faire ça la créolité. Parce que la créolité est plus applicable à nous toutes Caraïbes et à tous les gens qui sont dans les îles du Pacifique. Parce que la créolité, c'est nous. C'est une combinaison des Français, Africains, Espagnols, Anglais, tout le monde ça rentre là-dedans et toute culture ça quelque part, même dans la langue créole, on a un petit mot espagnol, on a un petit mot anglais. D'abord, l'emploi du tout dans la langue créole, tout, c'est la finale numéro 1 de l'anglais. C'est l'anglicisme parfait.
Et puis, regardez le mot Jean-Baptiste, de Nemours qui ça nous fait. Nous sommes dans Nemours, nous venons dans le mini-jazz. Mais il était toujours pas direct, juste le passons les mêmes avec le mot Jean-Baptiste.
Et qui ça qui influence les mini-jazz? C'est l'époque du rock qui a influencé les mini-jazz. Parce que avant qui s'en dégaine d'appeler nos oreilles, c'était Pérez Prado, la Sonora Matancera, toute bonne go Big Benzal. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on a dit là? Tout Kounia orchestre, jeune Kounia, qui s'est adapté, rock and roll. Yes, tout bon groupe ça qui vient influencer. Numéro 1, Robert Martino. Bon, moi-même, quand on a des solos Robert Martino, c'est musicien bien, on dit nous, solo Robert, difficile à l'époque. Il y a des fois, c'est des copies conformes d'un guitariste anglais qui était pour jouer rock. Parce que je suis remède.
Page.
Jimmy Page.
Yes.
Led Zeppelin. Ok? Donc, tout le monde va venir expliquer moi. Nous avons été influencés par tous ces gens-là. Ok? Il n'y a pas de musique principalement, authentiquement haïtienne. Il y a une musique haïtienne tout court avec une âme haïtienne. Point barre.
So on these last words, we're going to close the panel. We're going to take 2 questions. No more. We cannot take no more than 2 questions because the musicians are ready to play. So we have 2 questions. You have one gentleman here and then one gentleman in the back. Your question, my friend, real fast. Really fast.
So my question with you guys is, COMPAS everywhere, and every Haitian in the world is claiming as Haitian music. But as Haitian people, what have we done to make this music so popular?
You haven't done anything to make it popular. You have an industry which is not an industry. You have a bunch of people that are defending their own self in the HMI, what they call the Haitian music industry. So that's why every time there is one Haitian artist piercing in the international market, it's like, wow. Yeah, because you didn't do, sorry to say the word, jack shit. Kawa, what about you?
Yeah, it's myself, I call it management, like she mentioned it. We never, exactly.
Please, my friend, let them answer the question.
No, listen. When you don't have a management all over the world, we are all over the world, but what we don't want to do is organize ourselves. When you take the COMPAS, most of the COMPAS band, there is a guy that has $10,000 that call another guy that has another 10 and make it like $50,000 and let's make some money with the band. They pay the band, and our bands is never between musicians. It's like a market. So that means the band has at least 13, 14 people to pay. So everybody's getting $100, $200 in what they get paid. So after that, the person that makes the business makes some money, and the musician goes back home with $200. Most of the time, their wife kicks them out for another man that would pay the bills. You understand? So those are our problems. But we need to organize ourselves. And
first of all, you don't even have in Haiti, we fought, me, Joel, Raoul Denis, we fought to have droit d'auteur et droit pour faire. Non, ça n'a pas intéressé le président à l'époque, parce que ils nous mettent Raoul vendredi, et puis quand l'autre qui passait, oh, son petit là, puis ça c'est là, et puis ils ont fait mettre Raoul, ils ont mis le vendredi, ils ont révoqué le dimanche soir. Tout simplement. Parce que tout simplement, nous pas qu'à comprendre le concept qui est dans le droit d'auteur, droit de copyright, droit d'édition, tout bazar. Quand il y a un paquet d'instrumentistes, paquet de musiciens haïtiens, quand il y a un business là, il ne va même toucher ce doigt.
Last question, my friend.
My name is Claudel. Actually, I don't have a question. It's just based on what, I don't know his name.
Mushi with Maya.
Mushi with Maya. So, just to back up what she was saying about sex sales, I'm a professional dancer. In 2010, I'm the one that created COMPAS movement with everything that you guys see on social media regarding the waistline. But people had a misconception of what I wanted to do. Because at the time, I want to teach the ladies how to be flexible. But now, my style became unique in the world where everybody now is all about Guyad. People came with the conception of COMPAS Guyad, but I keep telling people COMPAS Guyad is not a dance. COMPAS is COMPAS, but Guyad is blogué. But the fact that Guyad is a popular word, people forget about blogué. In the old generation, people using the word Guyad. But tonight, I'm here to show you the difference between the traditional dance and the new generation dance in a few minutes I'm about to show you.
Fantastic. So with these last words, that's the end of the panel, unfortunately. I know our three guests had so much to say, and I really appreciated it. You guys were passionate. You guys really brought out, this is fantastic. I think this was fantastic. Please give them a round of applause, please. A round of applause. This is fantastic. So before I give the mic to Jimmy, who's going to continue, we'd like to recognize the presence of our Consul General of Miami, Mr. Reginald Victor Louis. Please stand up, sir, and have everybody see you. Please. Thank you. He's our General Consul of Miami. So if you have any problems with your passports or anything like that, be sure to check him out. Okay, so.
RJ Multi Services, the company created with you in mind. With a state-of-the-art office, our staff is friendly and knowledgeable. This tax season, choose a company you can trust. We offer income tax filing, immigration services, insurance, and many more. Our services are both professional and affordable. Our certified tax expert will ensure you get the maximum refund you deserve. Fast and accurate. Lowest price guaranteed. That's right, lowest price guaranteed. We recommend RJ Multi-Services because his tax is done right. Our years of experience in the business give you peace of mind. That's why we offer the best insurance for you and your family. We offer life insurance, home insurance, and we have affordable auto insurance plans tailored just for you. You save more with RJ Multi-Services.
BPX Super Tour et Cruise Planner très content pour porter pour nous un programme spécial et une expérience à nul autre pareil. Une journée touristique sous bateau et une invitation spéciale directement de l'administration royale caribéenne Cruise Line.
N'a pas passé toute une journée à visiter une plus belle bateau compagnie maritime ça qui depuis plus passé 21 années a récolté prix comme plus bon compagnie bateau touriste dans zone.
N'a capable de participer à différentes activités qui pour grand monde, qui pour petit monde, manger dans plusieurs restaurants qui sous bateau.
Prends occasion ça pour nous faire nous un petit plaisir. C'est une opportunité unique pour nous participer dans journée porte ouverte ça.
Dimanche 13 avril 2025. Bien court près devant, place limitée.
Pour plus d'informations, contactez
BPX Super Tour et Cruise Planner
dans 786 642 35 35 ou bien 786 393 26 75.
Bidé, maintenant nous tous venez job.
BPX TV Réseau, disponible partout. Sur les ondes, le canal 18.6 et sur vos réseaux préférés. BPX TV Réseau, l'espoir de la culture haïtienne pour tout le monde.